Bay Area squads. We're talking Warriors. We're talking Niners. We're talking Giants. We're talking Zakariah, Sacramento A's. We're talking the San Jose Sharks who had their first win tonight. Go Sharky. And yeah, we come at you every Thursday night after the Thursday night football game. I watched about a quarter of that BS and kept it moving. So right now you got your Warriors in the second half. Glad they're on my screen. Zakariah, what's on your screen? How you doing, buddy? And where is Ardavan Davaran? He's now in our thumbnail and nowhere to be seen.
Okay. There's like 1,000 different ways we can start this thing. I mean, we could talk Niners, we could talk Dubs, we could talk Thursday night football. I think we got to start with this guy, Ardavan, who you did the Warriors post-game wrap-up. I'm assuming he's also going to flake on that. And this guy demands, by the way, with you, all the stuff that you're doing to make all this production stuff happen. This guy said, I need to be represented. I need to be seen. I need my face to be there. And then the guy, the first week when it's there, the guy said, can't make it. Won't be there. Don't put the image up this week, pal. I'm going to be missing it. So anyways, shout out to Art. And I'm guessing he's going to miss post-game. I might as well do the post-game Warriors with you. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, here, I'll comment on that. On that. Okay. So yeah, guys. So this thing started, the Humm Daddies. It was Dave Greenstein, the gypsy, as we call him, the producer extraordinaire, said, hey, Jake, you talk about sports. You're an actor. You're funny, whatever. Let's start a podcast with you and Joe Starkey, who's a friend of ours and also knows about sports. So us three had this little podcast thing going. And then after it went pretty well, we're like, hey, let's try and bring Zach into the fold because Zakariah is a proven voice, a sports talk voice. He's the only guy in our friend group who's actually ever done it professionally. So, hey, let's bring Zach into the fold. And everything's going well with us.
All makes sense. All makes sense.
All makes sense. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Our bond is so close to Artie. It's Zach's best friend, one of my best friends ever. And we've been talking sports since we were little kids. So it made natural sense to bring him on, give him a couple test runs. Bring him on.
Why not? Yeah.
And it was going well, The guy would come in just 5 glasses of whiskey deep, but still be coherent, make a lot of sense. And he's funny, it's Art. And his brother Ashkan did our show before Art was on it too. And Ash was great. So Art says, I'm on this so much now. I want to be one of the Humm Daddies. I want to be
not only that,
cover.
I want to be represented.
Yeah. He's basically like, how Snoop never had like Corrupt and Daz on the cover. But they're in the dog pound. But like, Artie was
I see that nice little graphic, which God bless Mrs. Starkey put together for me and you sitting at the desk looking super professional and funny, a great graphic. And Art said, oh yeah, that's fine. I'll join you guys, but I need to be represented. I need to personally be seen on the graphic. And then the week of that graphic getting done, the guy said, Santa Barbara, deuces.
Yeah,
I'll see you when I see you.
The Honorable Teresa Starkey puts Art there in the middle. It's like the guy asked
great
for
work. Yeah.
Like he's for celebrity treatment. He got it. He got the celebrity treatment. He outdid. He's front and center. Okay, Zakariah, Bay Area radio presence for a decade.
Where is he?
Jake Lucas, actor, a pro actor.
And where is he?
Has brought this whole thing to life. Ardavan asked for the celebrity treatment. We give it to him. We sacrifice our own egos. And he's right there in the middle. No shows on night one. No shows on night one of his graphic. Thanks for coming, Art.
I mean, you can't make that stuff up.
No.
Anyways. All right. Yeah. Enough about Art. This Thursday night game, I'm just a little bit confused because it's rare when I don't have an opinion on something. I'm usually very much opinionated. You know that about me.
Right.
I don't know what to make of Jim Harbaugh or the Chargers or Justin Herbert. Like, I have no clue. They didn't punt tonight, Jake. They didn't punt. I know you said that you're watching your precious Dubs, and God bless you, you should have.
When Carson Wentz is on my screen and they're down 14-0 in the first few minutes,
it was a shitty game. But like,
I'd rather watch a finals rematch than the Warriors. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I'm with you. I don't know what to do with that team that I'll still call San Diego, even though I've been, they've been living in LA for however many
Everyone
years.
does. Everyone does. But damn well early Jim Harbaugh's effect on a team really early on in his tenure is always pretty special. It's always it always goes well for him. He pumps those guys up, and seems like he gets the most out of Herbert. And come on, dude, they didn't have a challenge tonight. The Vikings are horse ass, you know. I mean,
well, the Vikings. I mean, that's another scenario where they let Darnold
JJ McCarthy. They punted on Sam Darnold.
I know.
They even had Danny Jones. But
hang on. What would you have done if you were running Minnesota? Because I mean, like, would you have trusted Sam enough to give him a big ass contract? I kind of understood.
No, but he didn't even get that big of a contract.
True. Well, I think the
like 3 years, something.
I think 15, the annual is like
year?
over. I think it's over 40 million, but it's for a small amount of time. I hear what you're saying, but basically, what we figured out in the NFL is you need to have a quarterback on a rookie contract. That is basically like what the Seahawks did when they had Russell Wilson on a rookie quarterback contract, and what the Niners did when they had Purdy on a rookie
or
quarterback
Kaepernick
contract. Like, that's what you're looking for. So they basically said, okay, Sam Darnold, we saw what you did. I think he won what? They won like 14 games or whatever the
but then he shit the bed the last like 3 weeks
the last 2 games. The game to win the division against the Lions, and then the game in Denver.
He looked like the worst quarterback in the league when it came down to business.
So that's what I'm saying. So at that point you go, okay, kick rocks, and we're just gonna, we drafted this guy.
I think they had Daniel Jones as QB3 at the end of the year.
Well, that's a whole separate I don't know.
But so Zach, so my counterpoint,
what the fuck to do with that, because I do not believe in Danny Dimes at all.
Okay, so my counterpoint to what you're saying is the rookie contract. Look at how these guys who are thrown into the fire early on are performing now. Look at Mac Jones after a few years. Look at Sam Darnold after a few years. Look at Daniel Jones after a few years. They're performing. I mean, look at Gino was money in Seattle after wasting away for 8 years or whatever. So how it happened when we were young, they used to have to sit behind the starting quarterback. You drafted a quarterback, you let him learn and watch for 3-4 years, even,
Steve Young waited a decade.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron Rodgers had to wait 4 years, 5 years.
Yep.
So that used to be the successful formula, and I think it still is. It's just there's so much pressure from these teams that throw these guys out there into the fire. So I think you're going to see a Trevor Lawrence better in a couple years than he is now, and same goes for every early drafted quarterback.
It's
very rare to be good right out of the gate. Very rare.
That's an excellent point. The question is, like, how long do you give them? But like, basically, with how popular football is, you don't get that leash to even be good later down the line, because either you're good right away, and we're even seeing with CJ Stroud, his rookie year got to the playoffs. I think he won a playoff game his rookie year, and now everybody's
sophomore slump.
Wanting to toss him out. And then, like, you don't know who's good or who's not or whatever. But I think that kind of goes back, if we want to tie this into Niners stuff related, is that ultimately brings me back to, like, who are the quarterbacks that are genuinely worth giving fat ass contracts to? Because I think the number is small. I think it's Josh Allen. I think it's Patrick Mahomes. I think it's Lamar Jackson. But, like, I don't think it's Purdy. I don't think it's Tua. I don't think it's Lawrence. I mean, there's a bunch of guys where it's like, okay, like, to your point, you're talking about guys that are basically retros, even though they're not retros, they're in their 20s or whatever, but guys that had gone through it, had not succeeded, and then gone there and then succeeded after that, which to me proves more of the point of do not give a huge bag to the quarterback. Right. Which is crazy, because it's the most important position in football.
I think the market fluctuates for certain positions. It's been insane with quarterbacks. It's been insane with receivers. Meanwhile, running backs have been devalued. Certain defensive positions have been super devalued. So I hope it goes back to quarterbacks having more of a team-friendly salary, because it doesn't make it like Dak is still, I think, the highest paid quarterback. He's won like one playoff game, maybe. Yeah. So I mean, come on, dude. And you see, for all the shit I give Shanahan, it's funny because he gets in his head and picks the wrong dude to start and ride on, but he's so good at like getting guys with decent talent as backup quarterbacks to actually win games. I mean, there's an insane stat out there. Shanahan's 17-7 with his backup quarterbacks. No one else has a winning record.
Wow.
So that, and I'll admit it. Hey, I give props where props are due. Shanny, you're good with backup quarterbacks. I wish you were good in Super Bowls and big high pressure.
Yeah. That's not the thing you want to point to, but yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good for you to give him his props.
I'll give you credit. I'll give you props on that. Yeah.
You're usually talking about how he's getting his players hurt and how he's,
So who's worth that salary? Who's worth that? Tom Brady was worth that. Peyton Manning was worth that. Patrick Mahomes is worth that. You see, Joe Burrow is fragile as a fucking porcelain doll. So I don't know if he's worth that.
Yeah, injury prone. Yeah,
he has definitely been injury prone. I mean,
but I still would have. I mean, I guess the difference is that I look at the guys that got the bags, and I include Purdy in that. And I'm not even I'm not even a Purdy hater, but like I look at the Tua, I look at the Purdy, I look at the Trevor Lawrence, I look at. I'm trying to think of like another QB. That got a bag that is just not quite worth that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're either a huge difference maker.
Well, Daniel Jones on the Giants got one and he didn't deserve that.
Well, but he got a tiny bag. He was
getting $40 million a year after one okay rookie season.
No, I know, but it was small. It was the same thing that that Sam Darnold got.
It was like 3 years.
Yeah, a baby one. Like
Purdy's only 4 years, I believe. 3 or 4.
No, I think it was 2. With being able to get out after the 3rd or whatever. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The point is like, as insane as it is to say, what I would think if I was a GM or an owner of an NFL team, even though the quarterback is the most important position in all of sports, is that really you shouldn't be paying quarterbacks a ton of money. Like, you're better off getting your defensive line dialed in, your secondary. Hell, pay Saquon Barkley or whatever. I don't know what Jalen Hurts' deal is, but like there are very few guys that are worth the amount of money that hamstrings you when you give those guys that big ass bag. And believe me, ask the motherfucking Dolphins.
Well, yeah. Is Mike still coaching?
I mean, even ask the Niners.
There's something about.
How are they right now with Brock Purdy?
Well, luckily, that hasn't come back to haunt them yet. I think the Ayuk contract last year has definitely haunted them. Like the guy just played fast and loose with the team, with emotion, with
that was drama. Yeah, that was drama.
He hasn't shown any sympathy for what happened for the team's sake.
Yeah,
that whole thing, and then Juwan Jennings followed the footsteps of Ayuk and Debo. And look what's happened to all those guys. The second they threaten a trade or want out, their performance goes to shit or they get injured.
Yeah. And who gives a bleep? What was the whole thing I was saying a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about what was the movie reference that I was using when I was talking about Mac Jones or whatever? And I was talking about the Bourne Identity. Like,
oh yeah, with Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, Bourne and then Pretty Ricky. Like So, like, those guys didn't even matter. You didn't have to pay those guys the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Ricky's been injured.
The bag. Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing, it doesn't make any sense. The whole Niners situation is something you can't really wrap your head around. Because
especially because of look at what the record is. You would think that we were talking about like the Jets, an 0-7 team, and despite all the shit that we're talking about, they're in first place.
No, and they just manhandled the Falcons, who had the best running game in the NFL and the best run defense in the NFL, and just blew out the Bills the week before.
CMC. Yeah, I know.
So what the hell? And the Niners 2 all-pro defensive players that will go into the Ring of Honor for the 49ers are out for the year. Their starting quarterback, who makes $50 million a year, out for the year.
I'm aware, bro. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
I have no idea. But here's the really frustrating part, and I know this is going to land with you, and then we should get to the Warriors because I really want to talk some Warriors.
For sure.
This is where it should really land with you. I know you well. You and I have grown up together, okay? We have, not for the most part, but I would say 90% of the time we agree on shit.
Yeah.
you don't believe in participation trophies. I mean, maybe you've changed being a father or whatever, but as far as I know, you don't believe in participation trophies.
Not at all.
What you care about is you care about championships. And the problem is all this good stuff that we're, well, first of all the bad stuff that we're saying about the Niners that has led into all this good stuff about the Niners. None of them are championships. And then just imagine with all this bad luck that has hit them, and then them being good despite it. Imagine if they had hit on all the other stuff. You'd be talking about like six. You'd be talking about 6 Super Bowls in the world. They're making chicken salad out of chicken shit or soup or whatever the fuck the phrase is, but they have no titles to show for it.
Well, so okay, here's what I can say about the state of the Niners. So what you say about I don't believe in participation trophies, absolutely correct. What I can say about the Warriors and the Giants is I'll give them a lot more leeway because of all the recent success. You know, all those titles. I'm not going to bust the Warriors balls every year for not winning a championship after they gave us 4.
You're good. You're good for life, bud.
I'm good there, dude.
Or maybe to your 60s. Yeah.
Me and Artie talked about it. Like, if they want, we couldn't imagine them winning anything, let alone 4 goddamn championships.
You couldn't imagine them making the playoffs.
Yeah. And Barry Bonds, I thought, would win 3 championships. When he was gone, I was like, oh, we're fucked for life. And then boom, 3 championships.
Yeah.
With the Niners, the standard is so high, even still, and it people just a bit younger than me don't remember. I remember 89 and 94, basically. Maybe a little 88. I mean, I watched those like VHSs all the time.
Yeah.
But I remember 94.
We were young. We were like 5 and 6, 7 years old. Yeah.
Right. And then 94, I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, you were 11.
Sports fan.
Yeah.
So I have that memory, and that was amazing. And I know the standard, the entire Bay Area and the entire, sports community, America held the Niners too. They were the cream of the crop. You know, that was the class of the league.
Yeah, that was football. I mean, them and the Cowboys.
Right. And it was Steelers, then Niners, Cowboys. Like
that was later. Yeah.
So every time they come up just short, it makes me it's a way different feeling than my other 2 favorite teams. And it drives me nuts because they've been there. They've had the chance. They should have won both of Shanahan's chances. They
up double digits in the 4th quarter in the last game.
Both of them
need to get the championship. Yes, I'm aware.
Yes. The Harbaugh one was different because it was a comeback, like a crazy comeback.
True. That was
still broke my heart. They had the ball. They could have scored. They threw fades to Crabtree. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why, but you have the best running quarterback in the NFL. You have one of the best running backs in the NFL, and you decide to throw 3-yard fades to Michael Crabtree. Okay, great.
Yeah.
But I know. So we weren't used to ever losing a Super Bowl. Now we've lost 3 in a row, and it's more of a Bills feel. So for the Niners right now, it's championship or bust, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
What I will say, Shanahan,
you can't think that of this year, though. Anyways,
well, this year I went into it thinking, you kind of set the table for yourself. You made your own bed, so sleep in it and figure it out.
Championship or bust before the season started, not after Bosa and Warner are gone. Those are the 2 best players.
Right. But it seems like Shanahan, when the pressure's off of him, and it's like there's not much expectation, that's when he does a lot better. I think it takes away he's a head case, so pressure really melts that guy. And when it's like nothing to lose,
okay, better. This is a hot take. Tell the Gypsy, if I'm allowed to say that. Edit that out if I'm not. Tell David Greenstein to chop that part up. You basically just said, this is a hot take of the entire thing. You basically just said Shanahan's better with less. So let's just injure everybody. You want like Pee Wee football out there, and when Shanahan will hoist.
When he has a nothing to lose attitude. Okay.
Yeah.
It takes away all of the mental blocks and bullshit that goes through his mind.
And then he can cook. That's okay. Shanny cooks with less
with no expectations. That's when he's at his best. When you have the best roster in ball, like he did in 23,
he can't take it.
He can't take it. No, he's like, oh shit, what do I do? Okay, we have McCaffrey, but let me drop back our rookie quarterback, drop him back 3 times in a row to open the second half. Oh God.
Okay. All right. So
I honestly think that there's something to that. I'm not bullshitting. I think that's my honest take. I'm not bullshitting.
Okay.
Well, and then, also the return of Kittle.
Put a little wager on Niners to win the bowl right now. It's probably like at least 100-1.
Next man up, you know. And the return of Saleh has been humongous. I think that's a huge addition because they were in
that guy was built to be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and they were in close division games last year, and they lost these same games of winning. So that's been huge. And also this last game against the Falcons, Kittle's return cannot be slept on. I mean, he opened up that run game more than you know. It's better than.
And is there an update? I feel like I ask this every time we do a podcast. Is there any update on Ayuk?
No, not on Ayuk. No. Apple's not playing this year. There's no way.
Okay, all right. So just no more updates. That's fine.
Who needs them? We got Bourne. We got MVS. We got Sky Moore. You know,
pretty Ricky. You're good. I'm just saying. Ayuk would be nice
for like 3 weeks, homie.
Pretty. I mean, I'm just saying Ayuk would be nice. You know.
Yeah, it would. You know, we paid him $30 million a year.
Gave the guy a lot of money. Yeah.
He's played like 3 games with that contract in 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
It'd be nice if he was like on the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you remember he was my favorite player on the Niners before he started, you know, demanding everything.
Oh, did you take a liking to him?
Well, Ayuk, you know I like him.
Oh, that's right. How could I forgot it? It's been so long since you called that.
I know. I drafted him his first 3 years in the league. I loved everything about him. I was about to get an Ayuk jersey. Then he demands a trade, and I'm like, fuck this dude.
Became a diva. Yeah. All right. Well, let's make this a little brighter and let's talk some W's. Did you see?
Well, hold on. I got to put. Oh, we're tied up at 89. My computer's blocking I just got a 65-inch TV, and it's huge, and my computer's right in front of it. So we're tied up in the third. That's great news.
Okay, good. Good to hear. Yeah. I'm focused just on this podcast, so I'm not watching the game currently.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not either. I just wanted to check the score. God damn it!
I just want to know if you saw what Steven Jackson said.
He agrees with me. I was telling you that it's the best lineup in basketball. The best roster in basketball.
You're confusing me with Art. Art was the one that was shitting on the Dubs. I was never shitting on the Dubs.
But then
I was the one that said what Steven Jackson said before he said it. Go run the tape. David Greenstein, run the tape back from the last time me, Art, and Jake did the podcast.
Okay, fair enough. But then when I said what is their ceiling, you said not a championship. I think it is a championship.
Oh yeah. You're right on that. Yeah, I don't think they would have chip. I mean, I don't think. Yeah,
it would be a miracle if all these guys stay healthy all year. That's not going to happen. I get it. If they were, I think they have championship potential.
Well, the beauty of what Steven Jackson said, which is what this is funny because us three had a conversation. You and I were on the same page about the Warriors being really, really good, and Artie was basically shitting on the Warriors. Then we separated, so now you've pivoted thinking that I was shitting on the Warriors when I'm not. You're right about the championship thing, only because, like, I can't see. Okay, basically what Steven Jackson said, for the people that are like watching or listening and didn't see what Steven Jackson said, it went viral probably for us because we probably get all the Warriors feeds or whatever. But he basically said, you give me that 5, Steph at the 1, Jimmy at the 2, Kuminga at the 3, Draymond at the 4, and Horford at the 5. I'm taking that 5 over any other 5 in the last minute of the game or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't see that versus OKC, bro.
Oh, I can. If they're healthy, I can. I think they can compete
OKC with Shea?
OKC almost lost to the Pacers again. Maybe they did lose. I didn't see the final score, but
I haven't either. But yeah.
I just can't. Watching Horford and Jimmy Butler and Steph and Draymond all healthy on the same court, these dudes know how to win games.
Yeah, but they're so old.
I get it.
Yeah, I know.
But in the first couple games of the year,
Shea probably can't even get a beer right now.
Did you see how long and fast the Rockets were last year, and the Warriors still beat them?
True,
and that was without Horford. That was without Melton.
And the last thing I would ever do is doubt Steph or doubt Draymond Green. And for the record, I'll put this on blast and make it very clear to the American planet. There is no non-Phoenix Sun that I have ever loved more than Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy Butler. I love how competitive he is. He's a psycho. I don't know if you know the Timberwolves story where he basically said, all you starters, you're on that side. I'm taking the 4 bench scrubs, beat them like 17-0, and he didn't even take a shot. I love me some Jimmy Butts. So it's not like I'm doubting the squad, but again, old as dirt, Jake.
Right. And I
like
get
our
that.
age. We're old.
Well, we're Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco old.
Yeah.
I guess Al Horford's approaching that.
They're a little younger.
LeBron old. I'm LeBron old.
I mean, once you're 35, you're 40. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that. I mean, once I turned 40, 40 is 40. And LeBron knows that. He's out with sciatica for probably the rest of his career.
Exactly. And Danny has the same thing, one of our friends.
Right.
Anyways, I'm just saying, I love them to death, and I don't doubt any of them individually, but collectively as a whole, I mean, yeah, I was fighting with Artie because it felt like Artie was just shitting on him, and I'm fighting with you just saying that they're not a championship team. I just couldn't see them. If they hoisted, I would argue they're okay. They had the 1, then the 2, 3. The 4th one probably will never, like, there'll never be anything sweeter than that. But this one,
if it would be this, it would.
Yeah. That, and Jimmy's first. Remember, Jimmy brought the 8th seed Heat and beat the number 1 seed Celtics to the finals. I mean, Jimmy's a dog, man. Also dated Shakira. Shout out to Shakira if she's listening.
Yeah. So,
anyways, I'm just pumped, bro. That was a big win in LA. With, by the way, LeBron doing some very blatantly passive-aggressive shit sitting on the bench.
Well, he has sciatica, dude. Oh, you mean when he was like looking at his phone with like Bronny and shit? He wasn't even paying attention.
He looks, first of all, there was rumors, okay, like in the off season, they said this is Luka's team now. We're not making decisions about what LeBron wants. So he definitely wants out, but he opted into the money because he's getting like whatever, $50 million.
Right.
But he clearly looks uninterested. Like,
hold on, we kind of buried the lead. Why have we not even mentioned the fact that Chauncey Billups got a RICO case today? I mean,
I think Niners and Warriors talk goes above that, but that's fine. You want to get into that? My biggest takeaway, you want my hot take, David? You could chop this up. I did not know, and I'm Italian. I didn't know that the mafia still existed. Did you know that the mafia was still kicking?
I thought it was like a shell of itself. I knew it was semi there. I didn't know they're still like fucking rigging poker games.
Exactly. I mean, when we watched
and putting an NBA Hall of Famer as the face of their operation, that is some old school like movie shit, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, when we watched The Goodfellas in like '93 and The Godfather in like the early '80s or whatever. I mean,
Godfather was 72, Goodfellas was 90, but yeah, go ahead.
I know you're the movie buff. I'm just saying, I didn't know the mafia was still kicking.
Yeah, so I think after who was it? The Teflon Don Gotti was captured. That kind of put an end to like the murder on the streets mafia.
Yeah.
But
it's like behind the scenes mafia,
right? But you know, you got the cartels in Mexico and South America, so those guys have kind of taken center stage as far as gangsters.
Yeah, I mean, still some crazy shit, you know, and like the prop bets, honestly, like the Scary Terry shit about the prop bets, like that part I've always thought is just way too funky. Like, let's say you, Jake Lucas, were like the 8th man on the Warriors, right? Yeah. So you're not a starter, you're not a star or whatever, but you know, you're getting paid relatively well. You're in the rotation, you're playing, and then your boy Zakariah hits you up. And I'm like, hey, Jake, just saw the prop bet on your rebounds over under. It's 2.5. I'm going to need you to go in there and just go like ape shit crazy. Like do shit that breaks the plays. I need you to get 3 motherfucking boards. And I'm going to bet $500,000 on that bitch. And then you're going to have $200,000 waiting on your ass when you get back. I mean, that shit's too easy to do. So I feel
like Rozier is the opposite. And it's so funny watching the highlights people showed of him. Like when he had to like turnovers and shit. Oh my God.
Was that what they bet on? His turnovers?
So No, his main thing he got popped for was people bet the under on like assist to turnover ratio, big stat these days, and points, like points. So his average was like 13.5 points a game. And he said, okay, I'll fake an injury after like 9 minutes, and then go out and not get my totals. Yeah. And so a bunch of people. And he's so stupid. They are so stupid. You can't throw hundreds of thousands of dollars on the under in Vegas on a fucking Terry Rozier props bet without an alarm going off in the heavily policed Las Vegas gambling industry. How dumb can you be?
It was the same dude, and he put like 7 bets on that shit within like 37 minutes. So it's not even like he just did one big bet. Even one big bet probably wouldn't have got caught. He did
right. One single one wouldn't have gotten caught. There was like an uptick in number of bets and total. Yeah, it was
same dude
setting off an alarm, like for sure.
Yeah, you can't. Honestly, you know what? Starting the day off, I felt bad for those people. Now that you're talking me through it, I don't even feel bad for those people.
The more I look at what happened to Chauncey Billups, I was like, oh, was he just playing poker?
Well, that part, I think he's innocent.
No, listen to what he was doing. Did you read? Like, oh, dude. So they would get these high stakes gamblers, right, to get in the poker game.
Poker games, yep.
Chauncey was the face. They wanted a celebrity face to play with.
Of course.
Yep. And they had a mark in each game. The high stakes guy was the mark. Everyone knew the outcome, aside from the one rich guy they invited to play with them. It was all like Chauncey, a couple pawns here, pawns there, and some mafia guys.
Bad. I didn't know that.
And Chauncey knew they were just robbing a guy. Each game, Chauncey knew they were taking a dude's like $500,000.
Oh man, you're killing me, bro. I thought I was letting Chauncey off the hook. When I get my next dog, I'm gonna name him Chauncey.
He knew he was dealing with La Cosa Nostra. He knew he was the face of an operation which had a mark that he would get a split from, like a cut from. Damn. He knew exactly what was going down.
Guilty as shit.
And then when you see his press conference last night, he's like, y'all know me by now. I'm not afraid of pressure. The cards fall where they may and let the chips go. Like, I mean, come on.
I honestly wish you hadn't told me that. I thought that was some shit because you saw what whatchamacallit got arrested for. And he said it wasn't my fault. Like I was just coach? Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, yeah. I'm not tripping off Gilbert. That was
Well, he said just people had their games at his house. I wonder if that's just tied in at all. But yeah,
that's not even close to what Chauncey was doing.
Huh? Yeah, and the poor Mark. Well, I mean, money probably didn't mean anything.
Yeah, they're probably some dork with hella money, but still, that's so ethically fucked up.
That's bad. That's bad news.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with like actual mafia dudes, and I doubt they threatened anything like. They're not like Chauncey or else. I think he was down to do it. That's what I've got.
I hear you. I just wish, I just wish you hadn't given me the news. I'm a big Chauncey guy. He beat Kobe back in the day in the finals.
I am too, dude. I love that Pistons team. I love Ben Wallace and him.
And I love the name Chauncey. Like I literally want to get a dog just to name it Chauncey. I mean, I named my last one Nash, but Chauncey is just, I mean, he was like a bulldog point guard But it sounds like from what you're saying, if all your shit is legit, then, anyways, we should let that lead to our last topic, which is the World Series. And how did Shohei get away with all that gambling shit?
Because he's a way bigger. I mean, Shohei has the weight of like a giant corporation. You're not going to bring down Amazon for some shady shit. You're not going to bring down Facebook or Microsoft. Shohei is as big as those things.
Interesting.
He has. Did you see that thing? I
think Chauncey's pretty big. He's the head coach of the Blazers.
Shohei is the biggest star in the world of sports, probably.
Okay, I got you.
So Shohei made back the $700 million contract the Dodgers gave him, which they're not even paying him yet in his first season.
I saw that.
He made $2 million. Dodgers made $700 million off of him.
It's so gross, bro. It's so gross. I mean, first of all, you're talking to an A's fan who had to do the most with the least. I mean, we had no payroll ever. You're Giants, though. You might as well be my A's because you're half of what the Dodgers are doing.
Yeah.
And they're not, first of all, I mean, honestly, I think there was an article about Bryce Harper cussing out Manfred.
Yeah.
If he mentioned a salary cap, you have to have a salary cap because in the NFL,
you need a salary floor too.
Yes, but like in the NFL, Jake, like the Browns have just as much of a chance of winning it than my Dolphins and your 49ers.
Well, and look at the NBA now. There's 7 straight different teams that have won the championship.
Exactly. And so baseball needs to have that shit. And I don't even know how that was legally allowed that they're paying Shohei $2 million this year because he deferred all his shit. How was that allowed?
Well, other teams didn't even think about it. I mean, you got to give props to the Dodgers for doing what was legal within the game.
I think props to Shohei that he was just like, I don't
Blake
need
Snell just took $60 million. He has $60 million deferred on his contract too.
See that shit? Yeah, that shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It ruins baseball.
They're so loaded up.
Well, now you got me rooting for the Blue Jays.
Everyone is. Who isn't rooting for the Blue Jays except for my boys from the fantasy league, right?
Well, Long Beach. Any Dodgers fan and
you and Dragos are Dodgers fans, right?
Anybody hates the Giants. I don't know anybody like that, but I would assume that. But no, I mean seriously, because even the Blue Jays, they spend, I think it's less than the Giants, but still a decent coin. And it's
baseball's the one sport that, like, you've seen the Rays make it really far with a super low payroll. Yeah. The A's did, honestly, too, for a while. I mean,
fact.
But when you're that overly, ridiculously loaded and
like
decorated,
the Yankees in the 90s,
right?
In the early 2000s,
right. But at least a lot of those guys were homegrown, Zach. The Dodgers have Shohei. If the Angels paid Shohei, he would have been an Angel. They have Mookie. If the fucking Red Sox paid Mookie.
Red Sox, yes.
If the Braves paid Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, no, you're right.
We're all free agents. Blake Snell, free agent.
Snell should be a Giant. Mookie Betts
give me a Brave.
Freddie Freeman should be a Brave.
They didn't
should be an Angel.
I mean, the Dodgers. Come on.
There's a cheat code. Yeah. But I mean, we would do the same thing. We'd be unapologetic about it.
It really looks like a 12-year-old's team on MLB 2K or whatever.
Yeah.
When you just sign every all-star in the league.
Yeah. Dad, I want him. Oh, who do you want in first place? Oh, I like Freddie. Okay, Dad, I want him.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, who do you want in the other? Oh, he doesn't even play outfield anymore. He plays shortstop. Yeah, I want Mookie. Okay, yeah. Oh, and then that Asian guy, the guy from the Angels. Yeah, I want that guy. Yeah.
Well, every Japanese free agent stud, best player in the country, let's sign him.
I want 2 Japanese starters and a Japanese closer, and then we can round out the rest of the thing. Oh, the Mac Muncy guy, he's fun. We can put him in third base. Yeah, no, I mean it's kind of a joke.
And there has to be some shady dealings. I mean,
maybe the Blue Jays will win, and this will all be a moot point.
I mean, it won't ever be a moot point because it's still the Dodgers coasted here because Shohei didn't do anything all playoffs until that very last game where he went ham, and they still dominated.
I hear you. All right. Well, I got to go, so we got to wrap this. Let's end with this.
Right. What?
Your thoughts on the San Francisco Giants managerial hire?
Oh,
I got to be honest.
Don't
know anything about the guy other than videos that have been sent and that I've seen or whatever. But I'll tell you this: it's got me pumped up.
Yeah, dude, he's a fiery dude. I think you know how Artie and Dave G too wanted the Latins to manage the team. He's the closest thing you'll get for a Southern white guy.
Young as shit, though. Isn't he younger than us?
No, he's like 47, I think, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty young, but for a manager, or maybe I'm tripping. He's definitely not younger than us, but he's in his 40s. I thought I saw 47, but I don't know. He relates really well to young guys. You're going to need the older guys to buy into him. That's the big challenge. So we'll see if that happens. But, in Buster, we trust.
Well, I mean, the thing that I love about it is I think Buster has said publicly, I think maybe it was when he fired Bob Melvin, or maybe it was after the season or whatever. But clearly, he's just like, look, I'm either going to put my stamp on this team and the direction of them having success or not, or I'm going to fail and I'll be gone. Like, I was like shocked that he was saying something like, I might only be here for a couple of years or whatever.
Yeah. Well, but no, make I think he's a gut guy. Play it by your gut. See where it goes.
And this guy seems to me, from everything that I've seen, to have all the fixins. Like I'm down as hell with the hire. Put it like that.
I am too. We'll see how it plays out. This Florida dude, Richard, on the Warriors is dope. I love this rookie. Anyway, so yeah, that we'll watch the end of the Warriors and the Nuggets. We'll go our separate ways right now. Art, thanks for coming to your first
thanks
podcast.
Art. Put him right in the middle, Jake. Put him right there.
Yeah.
He wants center stage. He wants all of
way to earn it. Way to earn it, Art.
Yeah,
way to earn it.
He wants the representation without the appearance. God bless him.
We had me and Zach had to beg you to be there. Didn't happen.
Beg him to do it. He demands representation.
We met your demands.
And then doesn't show up.
Whatever. All right. So this is the Humm Daddies. Thanks for watching on Thursday night. Thank you, Zakariah. I'm Jake Lucas. Let's watch the Warriors win this thing. Let's go. Peace out.